Hello everyone, this is Meek Hunter, and today we have another Yomi match between cpat and Gingivitusks. This is again the salary cap for the salary cap tournaments, and I'm not sure what rosters they both have, but we'll see. And just now, Gingivitus was talking with his friend about Ghibli movies. Whispered Heart is my personal favorite, and secondly would be I think Princess Mononoke, but they're all good, especially the ones directed by Miyazaki, of course. I mean, you could think of him as Japanese Walt Disney for a reason, because all of his movies are just classics and have inspired so much popular media with their really imaginative worlds and amazing animation. There's a lot of people in this room. Seem a little weird these days too. They can be wonky sometimes. Okay, so looks like everybody's free on a Sunday evening. It's nice to see. And for our first matchup, we have bleh. We have Gingivitus on Quince and cpat on Argagarg. Posse, yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is mostly Gingivitus and his group of friends. They're like a pretty tight-knit group of Yomi friends, which is really cool. I always see them online supporting each other. Like the Andrew guy, he hasn't. I know that only the Andrew guy hasn't joined any tournaments or anything yet, but he's getting into Yomi. More people in Yomi is always good because our community is very small. It's always cool to see all of you guys together playing Yomi. 40 people in the Yomi community. Maybe 40 is a stretch right now. Maybe 30. Well, um, keep in mind, guys, that International Yomi League should start, I think, in a couple of months in March. So hopefully we can get a lot of players on board for that. International Yomi League is always the biggest tournament of the year, and it's always hype. Anyway, Quince versus Argagarg. What can I say about this matchup? I'm quite experienced in it because Arg is a popular character, and I love playing Quince into him. Uh, Argagarg, the only thing Argagarg has really going for him is that Argagarg has a lot of fast pokes that force Quince to blodge, like so, like his Q. Argagarg has a lot of fast pokes, but other than that, Quince can comfortably build for hand and play blodge throw range, and Quince can recur his fast throws with two truths. Quince has a lot of knockdown with patient mirror and other tools like his Q. So even if Quince hits bubble shield with chip damage, Quince gets a mix up and can get rid of bubble shield. So it's like a lot of stuff Quince has going for him in this matchup. Only thing Quince need to worry about is fast pokes, like I mentioned, and Argagar counters. Okay, ace block confirmed. It's always good to see ace block being played instead of and not run into it. Silent ace block in the beginning is often uh, a big threat, just because you're not even aware that exists. Now that Gingivitus knows he can play accordingly. He can play some blodge throw. Maybe play attack on a case of hard read of a throw. Ooh, that's a way to get. That's a way to lose this matchup is you get duffed by Arc too many times, which can happen. Like any other matchup. Quinn's trying to get in with throws. Okay, lets it go. cpat perfectly happy not to follow up that. Gingivitus discarding a card is still good for cpat because Quince is a card intensive character. He needs a lot of cards for his mix-ups and his spins. So Quinn's having to spend cards to bluff. It's fine. Ooh. cpat try to get a little frisky with that throw. Runs a patron mirror to the face. Nicely done. Well-timed attacks can be very important for Quince, especially if the opponent tries to exploit the dodge throw range with a fast throw of their own. K-spin is revealed. Attack or throw would be a good tax. Tax is throw. It's a pretty strong indication that he'll play K-spin straight, but we'll see. Yeah. Wake up poke is often, the common response to K-spin. Ooh, has the Q. Good damage. Very efficient damage. And knockdown. Gingivitusks has a great spin hand. Okay, taxes throw again. Interesting enough, cpat did not face down that earlier K-spin. I wonder if that's an indication that he has no jokers, or he just wants to keep all his cards for resources. Okay, honesty. Arc throws are kind of meh. They're slow, 6 damage. So you won't see Arc throw K-spin much because it doesn't get, especially when K-spin is protected by attacks. J-spin now. Here's the 2 truths. cpat's ready with a counter. Now that the interesting thing about Arc's counter that's important to note is that Arc's counter sends the ability to the bottom of the deck. So sometimes it's good as Quince to save power ups to get aces from deck so that they can get 2 troops back. Some counters send the ability to discard, but Arc's counter sends the bottom of the deck. So Gingivitusks revealing J spin. Ooh. Okay. Nicely done by cpat. The throw reveal on the J spin basically means, if you play J spin, I don't care. I'm just gonna take 9 damage and stand up. And in this case, it caught a block, which is really good. Gingivitusks now that his spin time is over, it's gonna give a sort of like a window for Arc to get in. Oof. Get in like with cross ups like these. That hurts. Oh my god, he has stealth aces. OP. Drawing your aces naturally is good tech, by the way. You guys should try it sometime. Ooh. Triple aces, really, cpat. Was. So that's a J spin revealed again. I think cpat. I mean, Quince at 4 cards. There's not much he can do at 4 cards unless he has an extraordinary hand. So yeah, cpat looks like he's just gonna block it out. Interesting. This takes the chip. That means Gingivitusks has more spins up his sleeve. Ah, okay, another J spin. But again, it's just like Quince at 4 cards. It's not gonna do much. Eventually, he's gonna run out of fuel unless he gets 2 troops or blocks. So it kind of gives an indication for cpat to, yeah, it's gonna play throws like this. Doesn't mind taking 9 to the face. Just prevent Quince from building. Oh, Q spin at low hand is pretty good actually. I mean, because um, usually gives you a lot of free license to block and get some cards back. But your opponent disrespects that, and you play Q honestly, they eat 12 to the face. No, but Gingivitusks did not block, so cpat just plays into it. Ooh, baits out the real Joker as well. But, you're not going to get much mileage out of Jokers against Arg anyway. Gold bursting is just immensely risky against Arg. So I think oof. This could be anyone's game, but Gingivitusks is on the back foot right now. Just out of cards and with a life deficit. He's going to have to get some key blocks in order to get dodge. Fast face down. Most likely a real Joker, yeah. Oh, that's not good. Runs to a Joker and spends 2 cards for it. 2 blocks, in fact. Dodge again. Okay. Hold up. Is that last card a spin? Is it going top deck Quince mode? What the hell? This is insane. Down to like the very last card and he still has a spin. The draws have been kind to Gingivitusks, but he needs a 2 to really rebuild his hand. Okay. Interesting that he did not play K-spin honestly there. Now, Gingivitusks could very well be in checkmate territory. Oh my god. Those last 2 cards are a J and a K. Damn. Well, rip. First game goes to cpats. That was that was a lot of faces on Quince's part, but they did not pan out for him. Just because I think Gingivitusks he really needed to sneak in blocks. cpat was playing quite some attacks, so Gingivitusks had the opportunity to block if he wanted to. Like dodging at super low hand there is just like, yeah, you can get your spin started even at low hand, but as a result, you're just not gonna have your spin time for very long. Okay, now we see Quince on the other side of the other player. Blah. Quince versus Onimaru. This matchup is a matchup where Quince can really Quince has to still be worried about Onimaru early game, and Onimaru late game is always scary. But the nice thing with Onimaru is that Onimaru's throws don't knock down. They're not very good. So Quince can afford to dodge a lot and get a lot of value. First turn throw into Q-spin is interesting. Ooh, plays Q-spin honestly. Gets hit in the face with a 5. 5 is a good reveal in that situation, just because if Quince tried for a cheeky cross up, it's gonna get foiled by that. But at least, hey, at least Quince got 3 cards out of it. So, combat win? Question mark. 3 cards for 15. It's not a bad deal. But yeah, Quince can. Also, Quince got can get away with a lot of, I think, a lot of hand building too. Assuming, ooh, these aggressive throws from cpats. Yeah, as I was saying, Quince can actually do a lot of building done in this matchup as well. Just isn't worried about guard crushes and that's it. But you know, having a 9 and 10 block helps. He used the 9 as a throw though, so that's one less high block for Gingivitusks to worry about. Ooh, falls for the dishonesty as well. cpat going for value with the odd normal. Hmm, is he considering not falling into it? Good bluff. But yeah, K-spin is, yeah, Gingivitusks got some hand info out of that. Knows that cpat has a 6 attack now. I wonder if cpat will go for dishonesty again. The mind games. Won't be surprised if Gingivitus just attacks into this or blocks. One of my throws are just bad value, especially at lowish hand. Yeah, just attacks into it. But then cpat gets a free dodge into. Oh, that's a good face down. Oh, wow, cpat baited the hell out of that. Okay, cpat. Doesn't even take knockdown, just once Onimaru starve cards. However, Onimaru is a character that doesn't need a ton of cards to function if he gets good hits in. Onimaru is just a very efficient damage dealer. Again, these throws. Gingivitus has not been able to block once. Okay. Undoes to 6. Oh, okay, cpat. Yeah. Tip, when you use the Yomi online client, you can undo abilities. I mean, undo combos if you actually play something that you didn't want. Goes for max damage with Q throw. Quince's most damaging ender. Nah, you don't pump with 6. You save that for a combo filler. cpat reveals J-Spin. J-Spin is low risk, low reward. We'll see if cpat goes in for an aggressive throw here. Doesn't have to. He could just play J-Spin, honestly. Oh. Alright, cpat. You're getting a bit too cheeky with these throws. Gingivitus gets out the spin. Gets Clockwork Soldiers attached. Unfortunately, Gingivitus only had 5 cards. And considering how cpat's been playing, don't know if cpat's going to allow him to build. Wow, that is really good. Two juice. Those piles look correct. K-spin is just a very brutal spin against Onimaru. So having that on the lesser card pile is good. Wow, gives him the K-spin. Gingivitus is not afraid of it. Ace attack is very good against Onimaru. Won't be surprised if cpat just plays it here. No, it would have worked. 3 attack. Gingivitus just gets 10 damage. And normal draw, most importantly. So now cpat has. Now Gingivitus is at 6 cards versus cpat's 9. So cpat's mono throw is not working anymore. What to do? It's probably just going to do it again. Hmm. Tough position for Gingivitus here. If he gets a face card hit, though, it'll be a big combo win for him. Really? 10 throw. Try to hard call out on the dodge, but instead gets hit with ace attack, which again is such a good card against Onamaru. Onamaru has a speed hole at 1.0 to 3.4 speed that can be exploited by Quince. Yeah, this is speed hole I'm talking about, the 1.0 to 3.4. Onamaru ace attack is largely irrelevant. And now Patron Mirror for cpat. And try for the standard odd cross up dodge, or just do that. Just throw. Dodge throw is a very deadly Patron Mirror setup that works a high number of the time because the opponent usually doesn't have the balls to hard call out that. And it's doubly improved by Onamaru having crap throws. And here we see cpat abusing the fact that Onamaru has crap throws and revealing K-spin. This is a very pivotal turn here. Okay, yeah, Gingivitus needed that. Very pivotal turn because if Gingivitus lost that turn, it's probably game over for him. Because either Gingivitus is going to get his attack dodged into more spin, or Gingivitus is going to lose one of his fast throws to a duff. So either way, Gingivitus lost that. Will most likely be GG. But now he's back in the game. Back in the game, only at 5 cards, but still, nevertheless, back in the game. cpat might play. Ooh. Key block from cpat. cpat finally putting on the brakes at the time when he needed it, and defuses the threat of Clockwork Soldiers, and gets cards for it too. So having the Clockwork Soldiers diffuse is really huge because it's one of the best ways for Onamaru to close the life gap that he is now facing. Okay. Again, goes for Clockwork Soldiers. cpat has expended a lot of throws, but Quince has a lot of them. So he can afford to do that. Quince even can use his K throw as an emergency throw if he wanted to. I mean, it is a 9.0 speed, 9 damage throw. Yeah, it's serviceable if you really needed it. Okay, yeah. See by dodging there. Makes a lot of sense. Dodging is pretty much the safest option against Oromaru. Okay, powers up for an ace. Again, threatening it. Gingivitus at this life deficit, it's gonna be he might not even be able to afford getting his block hit by ace attack because when ace attack chips you, Quince can do his mix up. So ace attack is actually very threatening to certain characters at low hand. again, cpat might just high block of a high rank attack, and generally just be super safe. Nah, just placed ace attack straight. Gingivitusks had the dodge there with the 2, but did not play it. Had to build cards. But now cpat gets to spin. Or play raw Patriot Mirror. I mean raw Patriot Mirror mix up, yeah. So the strongest Patriot Mirror, okay. Okay, that's pretty face up. Obvious that cpat's gonna do dodge throw. Just because again on my like this matchup is all about Quince abusing his many ranks of dodges and abusing the fact Ormaru has bad throws. So here cpat can just pretty safely just do dodge throw. And if Ormaru does decide to throw cpat and beat the mix up, cpat gets to draw 2 cards for it. It's win-win. Gingivitusks understandably thinking really hard here. Ooh, wow. cpat goes with dodge attack. Really wanted to punish him. Okay, cpat disregards the face down. Is willing to play into Joker dead just to get his mix up going. Or secure knockdown. cpat's bait didn't work out, but he still got his mix up. So that was a nice little setup that cpat did though, because it just makes that taxing throw just makes the attack dodge mix up so much more effective because you don't want to. Oh, the dishonesty. Nice, and closes out with consent of the governed as an ender. Really well played by cpat there, taking advantage of Quince's strength in this matchup, and also just prevent Onmar from getting anything really good going. Unfortunately, cpat has to play this matchup now. Vendetta versus Grave, very bad for Vendetta. Because what makes it bad? Grave has 0.0, 1.0 attacks. Grave has 3 power storms that he can hit confirm with. So Vendetta has the acro random normal hits. What else? Acrobatics is not even a guarantee. It can be countered by Grave. Yeah, the only thing Vendetta really has going for him is the 2.2, I guess. The 2.2 poke and K throw being really good. Hmm. But yeah, having acrobatics, playing Vendetta against a character with counters, kind of sucks because acro is so important. Oh, snipes out the wow. Clever use of the K attack by Gingivitusks to snipe out the 2 attack. Indeed, it is a favorable trade for Grave, and cpat doesn't get to keep it. 2 attack only recurs on block or combat win. So trade's good for him. Not to mention Gingivitusks still has that lightning cloud on deck. Ooh, a block. cpat, I think the 5 attack was sort of to get to not only just beat throws, but just to get rid of J attack. Because J attack does not recur when, it wins combat, only when it hits a block. So he's perfectly fine to getting hit by that. Fortunately, not only activates Graves KTO, and J attack no longer becomes something that you're glad to lose to because he gets a free queen out of it. We'll see what cpat does. A dodge reveal backed with a K will be good. Oh, interesting. Okay. Gingivitusks actually went for 2 attack of his own to get value. Maybe to land the straights. Nice thing is that cpat didn't take too much damage and he's at 12 cards now. So Vendetta damage is still real, and even in this matchup. Just I think Vendetta has to blodge a lot more than he wants to. Or just go for aggressive kidney shots when Grave has 11 cards. I'm surprised by that. Oh, nice goal burst. I mean, nice burst. He needed that. But yeah, what I'm surprised about is Gingivitusks blocking there. I guess he was. I guess he didn't want to get predictable and have his J attack run into a dodge. Because honestly, for J attack, you can kind of keep spamming it until your opponent represents dodge. The sheep hasn't done just quite yet. Maybe, but I mean, you've seen Gingivitusks bluff. Okay, surprise surgical strike. cpat is willing to take those trades. Now even life totals. cpat down to cards. Yeah, you take those trades. Man, would it have felt bad to lose to wake up Q though. That would have felt really bad. Mini teapots, and now Grave probably has real teapots. At least Vendetta has aggro. Oh wait, but Grave has counters. That's the problem in this matchup. You're not as safe from big supers as you normally are as Vendetta. Wow, okay. cpat went for the big duff. Had the hard read on the throw and it paid off. Face down. Good face down. Maybe in true Vendetta fashion, cpat really had nothing behind that 5 attack. Sometimes Vendetta just doesn't get combos without Q or his important cards. Okay, Whirlwind is a good reveal there as well, just in case it hit a 2. It's gonna do the mini grave combo of KK Ace. Nah, just had the 1. cpat does have the damage to close his out if he has a J. J Ender is very important burst damage for Vendetta because it's 20 damage Ender. cpat is really fishing for those big duffs though. Fast face down turns out to be a real joker. I think the reason cpat didn't face down that first one was because um, K attack cannot combo to true power storms. That's probably the reasoning behind just not face downing there. I wonder if cpat would keep going for big duffs. Well, that's not a big duff, but good. Gingivitusks abusing the 1.0 speeds. Vendetta can't do much about it. still got hit by all three aces anyways, cpat. What I will say about cpat as a player, he's very stubborn and seems to like to stick to one common option until it works. Or if it keeps working, he'll do it. Like, attack 3 times in a row as Vendetta against Grave. Or as in the Quince game, Quince vs. Onamaru game, keep throwing him until it stops working. Okay. And of course, all the repeated attacking does make this dodge a lot better. These face downs are making cpat think long and hard. But it's willing to just... Oh, okay. Counters decay. That means it was real Joker. Pretty good use of that counter. Forcing Vendetta to discard his K attack. Of course, with Joker bracket, that was a lot better because it's not so card intensive. Will cpat go for... I mean, cpat knows that if he dodges here and he gets thrown, that could be lethal. And that Wake Up 8 doesn't kill cpat. But Wake Up 8 is just a safer play. Oh. Was that timer play? Okay. Acrobatics. Has Gingivitusks not seen timer play before? Yeah. That tree attack was definitely timer play. Well, that worked out super well for Gingivitusks inadvertently. It's fine. Gingivitusks, hurry up, or else you're gonna lose. You're gonna play another timer. Okay, that was a real card. I see a sliver, so. Happy play both cards? What? Interesting that he went for ace attack on a slow turn. But I think I would like to see Gingivitusks maybe go for a normal attack there. At least you get card draw and you keep your ace. But then here comes the surprise cue. Yeah. Okay, that was the setup. The ace chip into Q attack. Okay. That was a good setup. I like it. Pretty standard game of Grave versus Vendetta. Well played by Gingivitusks. And now the set count is 1-2. cpat favored. I'm not sure what's the next matchup, but if cpat gets at least one advantage matchup for these last two, then Gloria Arg. Ah. Alright, who is the Arg player though? Wait, cpat already played Arg. Okay. It's gonna be hard for Gingivitusks. Tournament life is, not tournament life. Set life. There we go. Set life is hanging on the balance here. Has to play this matchup. So what makes this matchup so bad for Arg is Glory Healing. Glory Healing pretty much negating Hex. And Arg's lack of damage. Hey, at least it was Ace of Hearts. At the very least, it was an Ace of Hearts. But yeah, Healing Touch obviously can outdo the undo the damage of Hex. Yeah, cpat observed that Gingivitusks had a Gloria weak roster, so play Gloria specifically for this match. But yeah, as I was saying, this matchup is hard for Arc because Arc has lack of burst damage, which Gloria is weak to. Gloria is weak to burst damage, and Arc just doesn't have it. So combined with lack of burst damage and heal outdoing Hex, undoing Hex, then you got a bad combination. And poor Arc has to. I mean, Arc oppresses a lot of characters, but Gloria oppresses Arc. Okay, Tradesies. K is another good tool against Arc because it knocks down. And knockdown, of course, very bad for Arc. Negates Bubble Shield. I mean, negates Hex. Important turn for Gingivitus here. Okay. Really try to get antsy with that Gold Burst, huh? Pays for it. cpat sitting at 13 cards. Wow. I think this is about the time you can power up for Ace of Hearts. At least he's up, but okay. Now that he has a heart in discard, he can start healing for value. At least Gloria doesn't have the best damage conversion. So even at Gloria at 12 cards, it's not like, not like some certain other characters at 12 cards. Gloria kind of needs a lot of aces to have good damage conversion. Like Twilight Key Linker is really good. Sun and Moon. Okay. But Gloria can actually play a patient waiting game against Arg if she can keep healing. Like so. It just buys more turns and negates hex damage. Gloria can't really do it indefinitely unless she has Healing Sphere. That's why Healing Sphere is so important for Gloria, right? Because as long as you don't throw her, then she can just keep on healing and getting cards, and healing and getting cards, and it just becomes kind of oppressive to play against actually sometimes. But luckily for Gingivitusks, cpat doesn't have Healing Sphere. So Gloria turtling is not as effective as cpat would like it to be. Tough combat loss to lose to. Gingivitus is now also feeling one part of the matchup that's bad for Arc, that Arc's throws are only 0.8 speed. So Gloria's disadvantage having weak throws are kind of negated. I think converting for damage there is a smart choice. Was thinking about taking knockdown, but just tacked on the 5. Okay. 3 aces confirmed. Argagarg does have Bubble Shield. I mean, and Blowfish. Blowfish was what I wanted to mention. Is that Blowfish is one of Argagarg's few ways to do a small amount of bursts. So it's important that he has it. And nice that cpat still doesn't have another Healing Sphere. Nah, that was a big opportunity for missed for Gingivitus to do some damage. Again, get 7 throwed. And Gloria just tacking on some random hearts. And Gingivitus needs to be worried because he's approaching almost checkmate territory. And yeah, the more cpat draws to his deck, the more likely he'll get his jokers. And so that'll make him super safe to um, combo damage. Gingivitus needs to win this turn, or just not lose it. Oh, this is just brutal. I think that might be, even if that was a real Joker, yeah, that's it. Even if it was a real Joker, don't think that was much he could have done there. Because then, without Blowfish, you don't have the burst really, and Argar only be at 5 cards. So yeah, that was well played by cpat there. Just got all the combat wins really. Didn't have the, it didn't really. I'm not too experienced in the Glory Arc matchup, but I think that kind of didn't go as I usually see the matchup goes, where Glory can just like patiently just sit and heal. It's more like cpat just winning stuff and throwing Arg and being a grappler. Yeah, next time, if you play against cpat in this kind of tournaments, in any kind of tournament, just know that cpat plays to win, and cpat has pretty good knowledge of all the characters, so he'll counter your team. So maybe you can counter his counter. Just a thing to keep in mind in the future when playing against Coach Pat. Anyway, yeah, good set all around. Um, Matchups I think went as expected, except for Quince losing against Arg. I think that was the only advantage matchup that flipped the other way. But yeah, well played to both players. Thanks for watching.